Hey guys, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. If you don't know me, my name is Alexis. I am a therapist and a private practice owner of 10 years, and I'm here to offer free, non clinical, so to speak, advice or information about mental health because I would really like that to be more accessible to people, particularly because sometimes insurance does not pay for therapy or you don't know where to turn or you don't know how to find a therapist. So that's what this is about. It's very casual. I hope that's okay. Today, I really wanted to talk about the subject of grief and loss. So, when we lose somebody, depending on the relationship, it can be incredibly impactful. It really can change your perspective on life. What I want to say about grief is I'm pretty sure if you just Google grief, they're going to give you, I believe it's 7 stages, might be 5. I don't remember, but that's just me. And this is unedited me. So I'm just trying to tell you. But aside from the stages that you can look up, something I've noticed with grief as a therapist and as someone, unfortunately, that's experienced grief is that we don't necessarily just get over grief. It's not like, okay, this happened and I have to learn positive coping mechanisms in order to help myself get better. Okay. Grief is something that typically you carry with you. It never goes away. It's always there. But this is how I kind of explain grief. And I wish I could share my screen, but again, I'm basic, right? I'm just throwing this out there. Grief is a lot like, I'm going to draw it. This is how savvy I am, so keep this in mind, okay? I'm going to put grief as like this, okay? I don't care what it looks like. The point of the matter is, say this is grief. Say this is and the circle around it is the amount of space you have between that feeling of grief and almost feeling of, I can kind of function or I don't think about it 24/7 or elicit an emotional response. As grief goes on, as the years go on, right? I kind of say, or we kind of say, this grief tends to, so it's still there, right? But look, it's the amount of space between you and the grief is now getting larger. Okay, let's do that again. Now we're even further, so on and so forth. And so, really, all I want to do is just give you a quick 2 cents from a therapist point of view about grief. You don't have to forget about people, and they can be very much a part of your life. And moving forward isn't forgetting. But sometimes, as we move forward in terms of as the years pass, we still have the grief. We just have a little bit more space in between the grief and ourselves. I really hope this was helpful. I hope you get to see my personality a little bit more. This is just a free, casual, laid back kind of thing. I'm just trying to help people, or at least help people think about mental health in a different way, or maybe just think about mental health. So if you're grieving, you've lost somebody, first and foremost, I want to say I'm so incredibly sorry. And secondly, I hope this helps understand maybe a little bit more about grief. So if you are grieving, maybe you can understand it a little differently based on my absolutely fantastic drawing. I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you next session.